Good evening. Imagine going to the hospital and seeking treatment and feeling safe, but instead you are judged, mistreated, and ignored due to your race. For many black people in America, that's a real occurrence. In today's discussion, we're going to talk about the racial inequality in the healthcare field. For many black people in America, they face discrimination at the hospital, and discrimination is due to underfunded hospitals, racial bias, and misinformation of black people. Underfunded hospitals can be found in predominantly black areas, neighborhoods, in major cities like Chicago, New York City, and Los Angeles. These hospitals lack resources to adequately care for patients. And in result, patients are mistreated, and these hospitals have a high death rate compared to hospitals nearby. For instance, a hospital in Brooklyn called Kings County Hospital is nicknamed Kill County Hospital due to the fact of its high death rate in that area. Historically, black people were, in lack of words, was not properly taught to physicians, and this led to misinformation of how physicians and doctors took care of black patients. And doctors were taught that black patients have a higher tolerance of pain compared to white counterparts. In result, when black patients go to the hospital and explain that they're having a headache, they don't feel well, the doctors would dismiss, oh, you have a bad tummy ache, or just take some Advil for the headache, something minor. But in reality, this patient is some more severe illness and is in his earliest stage that could have been caught and save this patient's life. But instead, it was ignored, and the illness got worse to the point where it's too late to treat it, or the patient died from it. And this caused mistrust in the black community for the hospital, and patients will refuse to go to the hospital and rather deal with it at home, because the fact that they either may be mistreated there or they could die in the hospital. Thirdly, is in these underfunded hospitals, they serve not only the black community, but these communities have a high population of people who are on Medicaid or don't have insurance. In the documentary Healthcare Divide, they touch on this. And the fact in the hospital in Chattanooga, Tennessee, the hospital was in a low income, predominantly black area, and it wasn't not getting enough funding compared to the other two hospitals that was serving clients that were in a high tax bracket. In result, the hospital pivot and trying to gain those patients with more money, and it worked. In the result, the hospital got better funding, new equipment, new technology, whatever, to better serve its patients. But despite getting these new things, the hospital still neglected its black patients. Regardless, black patients were still mistreated, even though these new resources that wasn't available before is not available for them, and the hospital still choose to not save them adequately. In conclusion, racial inequality in the healthcare field is something that's overlooked at times and should be discussed more about, and reform need to be done so black people can feel safe and get adequate treatment. And healthcare is a right, it's not a privilege. Everybody deserves equal, adequate care regardless of their skin color.